Yo, welcome back to another video. Um, Hold on. If I, in the middle of this video, start going like this, it's because my 2K game started. I'm on the park. I just hopped on, waiting for two randoms to hop on with me. That's how I be. Anyways, this dude claims to have survived the coronavirus. Let's watch. I don't know if I believe him. I don't know.
Connery, thanks very much for joining us. Now, you actually got the disease early on. You recovered from it. Just talk us through the different stages and what they felt like.
Yeah, so this particular virus, it happens in different stages, as you said. You get better before you get worse. So in my case, the first stage was I had a cold. Just a common cold. My nose was stuffy. I had ear problems, sinus problems, that sort of thing. But then you get better before you get worse. So I was getting better, and that's when I got hit with the flu. Now, I've had the flu half a dozen times, and this was probably the worst I've felt with that. It really was quite bad. It wasn't life-threatening, but I did feel terrible. With the flu, I was stuck in bed. I had a headache. I just generally feeling unwell. I was getting better from the flu, and that's when I got hit with pneumonia. Now, the pneumonia, I've never had that before, so that was quite serious for me, and that's the point I went to hospital.
And when you had the pneumonia, just describe to us.
Hold on.
We've all heard the word.
Did he say he had cold, he had the flu, he had coronavirus, and he had pneumonia, all at the same time? Okay, one of my a game did just start, but he said he never had pneumonia. I ain't never met nobody that ain't never had pneumonia. That's sus right there. That's suspect. He a suspect.
What it feels like. What did that feel like to you?
Yeah, so pneumonia, it feels like you've only got 20% of your lungs working. You can't take a full breath like
He ain't never had pneumonia. He get it one time and now he an expert, bro. Get out of here, bro.
you need to. If you stand up and go and walk into the kitchen, you're out of breath because you just can't get that breath. It also sounds like you're breathing through a bag. Your breath is very crackly and croaky. It generally is not a fun thing at all, and it can be very, very serious.
And you're young and you look healthy, so that must have been a really scary thing.
Yeah, during that time it was. Just because I don't really drink, I don't smoke, and having that problem was very scary. Just because breathing's vital to life. If you can't breathe, you can't live. And so having that being affected was quite a serious thing.
How long have you now been living in this apartment, in this room that we can all see, in isolation?
I've been here for 40 days now, over 40 days. It's been a long 40 days, to be honest.
And how does that feel, 40 days? Because you're on your own, right? You have a cat, but you're on your own. You're not living with other people.
Yeah.
Is he? Where's he at? He's obviously somewhere in Europe, I think, by the way he talks. Oh shoot, I got caught up playing this game.
Yeah, well, with the technology age now, I can message somebody straight away, all over the world. So it's not very lonely as such. I can speak to people on Facebook or on my phone, no problem with that. But the actual interpersonal interaction that I'm lacking, that definitely is taking a toll.
Bro,
So
that's
you miss the
social media.
face-to-face
What are you talking
contact
about?
with other people?
Social media,
I do,
FaceTime?
yes. And many other people are in the same boat as well, because you go down on the streets, and normally this city is very vibrant, and there's a sense of life. You go on the streets at night, there's people dancing, people singing, people with families, and at the moment there's just nothing like that. Anybody that you do see, they have a mask on, they're going to do something, and they go straight home. There's no lingering, there's no groups of people chatting. It's quite sad, really.
What about your mental health and the mental health of the people that you're communicating with in Wuhan?
Is he in Wuhan? hold on. Did he say he was in Wuhan?
Straight home. There's no lingering. There's no groups of people chatting. It's quite sad, really.
What about your mental health and the mental health of the people that you're communicating with in Wuhan?
Mental health wise, we're all in the same boat. There's nothing we can do about it. So there's no point us being down or being unhappy. It's just, it is what it is. It will be gone soon. We'll get over it.
That's a good way to look at it.
Imagine people in Britain living the same way that you're living at the moment because they have to, because of the rate of infection.
No, I don't. I think that.
I bet there's a lot of Chinese people wondering how he survived.
Here in China, there's no Western influence.
How did he make that?
It is completely foreign to what we would be used to. I believe that a lockdown of a week or maximum 2 weeks in the UK would be fine, but then people would be wanting to get out. People would be wanting breaking the curfew. And there's no way that the government could really stop them doing that.
So, considering what you've had to go through, do you think that eventually you will feel safer in China when it comes to the virus than if you were living in the UK?
I believe...
Right now, Europe is locked down.
Yes and no.
Especially Italy.
The city that I'm in, it's very densely populated. And you've got thousands of people in the same area. So I believe that the spread happened here so fast because of that. But back in the UK, I believe that the government will have a handle on it and will be able to deal with it in the manner that they should.
So you don't think that levels of isolation that we're seeing in China at the moment, that you've been experiencing yourself, will be necessary in the UK?
I believe that if the infection rates were to skyrocket, then those measures will have to be implemented, and it will be a case of people will have to go through some discomfort just to help everybody else.
Finally, Connor, if we get to the same level of isolation that you're experiencing at the moment, what advice would you have?
Yeah, my advice would be to have a lot of things that will keep you entertained. Take up a hobby, learn a language. I would also advise that
learning a language is so underrated.
Panic doesn't help anybody. If there is an isolation crisis where everybody has to be isolated, they shouldn't think about themselves, but think about other people. If you are infected, don't go out. Don't infect others.
That's so simple, bro. If you're infected, if you're sick, stay at home. Stay at home. Like, why is it okay? Why do you feel okay? It's like it's okay, or people will be alright if you go out if you're sick, bro. That's so selfish, bro. That's so selfish, bro.
People stay at home, not because it's uncomfortable, but to protect the people around you.
Have you done anything in the last month that you've always wanted to do but haven't found the time to do? Have you learned a language? Have you read a book that you haven't read before? Tell us.
Yeah, I've read a fair few books. I have a Kindle, which is really handy. I've painted.
Whatever you can do outside of your house, you can do in your house nowadays, bro. You do not need to go out. You can meet people online. There's Twitch. You can watch people live. You can communicate. You can stream yourself. You can FaceTime people. You can play games. You can play pool. You can watch Netflix. You can watch movies. You can read, paint, like he said. Learn a language, bro. Learning a language is so underrated. You can learn sign language. That's underrated. I don't understand why people feel like they gotta go out and be around other people when you can be around people at home and know you're not gonna get sick. And supposedly he survived it. Why would you want to get, you know what I'm saying? Like, why would you want to?
I've never been good at painting, but I'm slowly learning. I'm learning Russian at the moment, just in my free time. My days are busy. Even though I am isolated, it's definitely important to keep busy.
This seems so exaggerated, though. Like, isolation isn't like you can't have human contact as far as like the phone and texting and like social media, like, bro, like, it's not like that. Just don't be sick around people. Don't be around people and being all ignorant, like touching your face, touching your nose after you touch them, or you touch the doorknob, or you touch the shopping cart. Like, sanitize, wash your hands thoroughly and often. Like, it's simple, bro. It's not hard, bro. Like, and if you get it, you get it. You know, that's God's will. So just relax, bro, man. That's the end of this video. I'm not watching no more of this. I don't know if he survived it. They never showed him sick. They never showed what he took to survive it, what medicine or what steps he took. He was just talking about how he got pneumonia for the first time, and then he was an expert, like he was breathing through a bag and stuff. Like, so I don't know if he got it and survived. So that's on y'all, for y'all to determine yourself. Anyways, yeah, it's been real, man. Peace.